Hey, what's going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to this episode of Sleeper Colts. I'm your host, as always, Cody Felger. Guys, changing it up a little bit, was on the road today at training camp, so just about home, but wanted to give you guys a quick recap of what happened on day 4 for the Indianapolis Colts here. Weather-wise, wasn't a great day. The Colts moved indoors today for their first time this training camp, and definitely got some interesting things here from today's camp. Again, the Colts have 4 straight practices here. This was the last of 4 straight. They have tomorrow off, and then they will be in full pads on Monday. So the last of the non-padded practices here, and wanted to kind of talk about it. The 90-minute practice the Colts had. Shane Steichen was not with the team today. He was dealing with a personal matter on Saturday afternoon. So nothing really there for Shane Steichen. We didn't really hear any more updates on that. So hopefully all is well for Steichen. He'll be back on Monday with the team. So that was definitely one thing that was kind of interesting right off the bat. When you look at some of the injury report here, we saw Akeem Davis-Gaither, who missed the last 2 practices due to an unknown illness. He returned and he started alongside C.J. Allen at the linebacker position. So it was good to see, obviously, him back in the lineup there. We saw a little bit of Bryce Fetcher as well, and also Austin Ajak in getting some rotation at linebacker too. So, but really, I think the top 2 are pretty obvious right now. C.J. Allen and Akeem Davis-Gaither are your 2, and the first time we saw that pair so far through training camp. So definitely good stuff there. You saw Daniel Jones have one of his better days of training camp. He finished, I believe, 14 of 17 passing, had a couple really nice drives. Latu had a couple nice moments, thwarted a couple times, a couple plays on different drives, continues to excel. Got to see him up close. He definitely looks thinner. I know one of his big things was really trying to get a better get off. So he definitely, his body, you can tell he's lost some weight. He's kind of thinned up a little bit there, which I thought was definitely interesting for sure. I know Jalen Tuimuluau said the same thing. He said, man, I need to cut some fat from last year, and feels in a much better place, feels a lot faster. So both those guys are making a huge emphasis on speed this offseason in their programming, in their training, in their diet, all that kind of stuff. So that was definitely interesting. But we saw Daniel Jones kind of do a little bit of everything, right? We saw the dink and dunk for the most part. We saw him have a couple nice throws today, which is definitely great. And we also saw him scramble as well, right? That was something we weren't sure about. Was Daniel Jones going to be able to continue to do that? He continues to do that. And Mo Alley-Cox talking to the media, after practice, saying you could barely tell, you can't tell really that he was coming off a torn Achilles. And we've heard different sentiments from players already this offseason saying the same thing. So that's certainly great there in terms of Daniel Jones. He seems to be pretty much all the way back, which is definitely encouraging there. So that was definitely great there. Josh Downs and Tyler Warren both having strong days today. Tyler Warren had a really nice catch for a touchdown on 11-on-11s. We also saw Josh Downs had a couple nice moments as well with the passing game, which was definitely good for sure. Sauce Gardner had a couple big plays. So did Justin Wally as well. Both those guys continued to shine, continued to show out, which is definitely awesome to see for sure. And I definitely think another thing from what we saw on Saturday, Riley Leonard got the bulk of the quarterback snaps, which is definitely different than we'd seen the first 3 days. So is there some separation coming up for Riley Leonard for that backup quarterback position? It might appear to be that way. We'll just have to see when the pads do come on. But Riley Leonard got the bulk of the second team quarterback snaps here on Saturday's practice. So that was definitely interesting there. He had a really nice throw where he ripped it down the field to Westbrook-Ikhine for about 50 yards for a touchdown. And that was awesome to see Westbrook-Ikhine continuing to stack good practices upon each other. Obviously, it'll, potentially subject to change when the pads do come on, but Westbrook-Ikhine has really been coming on the last 2 practices. And obviously there's going to be this big battle for wide receiver 3, and Westbrook-Ikhine making a really strong case so far for that potential number 3 wide receiver. So we'll have to see how that continues to work itself out there. But I thought he definitely did some really nice things for sure there. We saw a couple rookies have some really nice moments today in camp. Seth McGowan had a couple nice runs, had a big touchdown run as well. Deion Burks had a couple flashes today, which was definitely cool on both one-on-one and teams. We saw both these guys really stand out today. AJ Halsey had some nice moments in coverage as well, which was definitely awesome to see. I thought that was kind of good. And we got to see a little bit of... We got to see a little bit more of some reserve guys as well, right? Some guys that'll probably come in certain moments, certain packages. You know, guys like Cam Taylor-Britt. We saw Bryce Betcher, like I talked about. We saw Hunter Wohler continue. Cam and a few other guys. Adetomiwa Adebaware, Colby Wooden, and a few other players that really were subbing in and out throughout the course of the first team defense. So you got to see a little bit of a variety there, which I think was definitely good there. And that was really it, guys, as far as that goes. Nothing too crazy today as far as that goes. Certainly great to get Davis Gaither back on your team, back in practice for sure. And other than that, guys, the Colts will have tomorrow off, and then they will be back in full pads on Monday. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Just wanted to bring you a quick update here from Colts camp, and we'll have you covered, guys. Be on the lookout for one more video I'm going to be having tomorrow, kind of talking about some of the biggest standouts from week one. There's a bunch of different players that I want to talk about. I'm really excited about that. So be sure to go check that out, guys, when it does come up tomorrow. Other than that, guys, that really does it for day 4 of camp here. Crazy that we're already in 4 practices through already, but excited for the rest of camp, and I'm really excited just to bring you guys more coverage. So really appreciate everybody. Be sure to do me a couple things, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much, and as always, have a good one.